Assalamu alaikum. I am Muhammad Mahmud Hassan, Assistant Teacher, Greenfield School and College. Dear student, how are you? I hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. In the last class, I have discussed about the importance of weather and climate in agriculture, and I just started the lesson. So today I will at first review the last class, then start the main discussion. You know that what is weather and what is climate. Uh, the definition of weather and climate is discussed in lesson 1. So I do not want to repeat this. I want to discuss about the importance only. First importance is in crop cultivation. You know that Bangladesh is an agricultural country. So because we directly or indirectly depend on agriculture, we grow lots of crops, fruits, etc. in this country. We grow paddy, jute, vegetable, fruits in the monsoon climatic period. That means suppose we grow jute or paddy. The jute is the crop of rainy season. So in rainy season you see jute, and in winter season you see the vegetables. So we can say that say that pulses, oil crop, vegetables, spices, etc. are the crop of winter. So there is an influence of winter climate on these type of crops. On the other hand, লাউ, মিষ্টি কুমড়া, ঝিঙ্গা, etc. are the summer crop. So there is an influence of summer climate. In a word, we can say that there is an importance of weather and climate on crop cultivation, because crop is very much dependent on weather. Land preparation, seed sowing, fertilizer application, irrigation, crop harvesting, spread of disease and insects are immensely influenced by the element of weather. For example, a land cannot be plowed when it rains. Again, rain is necessary for land preparation of transplanted almond rice field. So this first paragraph is discussed on the last class. So I repeat this. Now today our main topic is fish cultivation, domestic animal birds. That means the influence of weather and climate in fish cultivation. So you know that abundant rainfall occurs in Bangladesh during the rainy season under the influence of the monsoon climate. As a result, rivers, canals, ponds, ditches, etc. are filled with water. A lot of fishes are produced in these watery bodies. The impact of monsoon climate is very vital in the production of fish and their breeding. So we can say that fish cultivation is directly or indirectly depend on the weather and climatic condition of a country. Same thing, we can say that domestic animal also depend on the climate. The weather and climate of Bangladesh are appropriate for rearing livestock such as cows, goats, buffaloes, ducks, hens, and so on. Different types of grasses, creeper, and herb grow in this country in a large quantity for feeding livestock. Bangladesh has the opportunity to build up animal and birds, uh, animals and bird farms. So because we we have a lot of grass, creepers, herb in our country, but you see that in Bangladesh everywhere we grow cows, goats, buffalo, but some area of Bangladesh are very special for rearing goats, cows, etc. because of their because of their climatic conditions. At present, elements of weather and climate behave abnormally due to the global climate change. So, agricultural production is now under threat. Now we will know about the climate change, its causes and effects. Now, now I am going to discuss about climate change. It is very important issue nowadays. So you have to know the know the issue of climate change. If we want to understand climate change, first we need to realize what is greenhouse effect. We have to know what is greenhouse effect. In cold countries, costly vegetables, fruits grow in greenhouses or glass houses. Temperature in glass houses remains warmer than that of outside, and this is suitable for those crops. The light that enters into the glass house cannot get out, rather it becomes weaker and produces heat. As a result, the greenhouse remains warm. The atmosphere of the earth is getting excessively warmer like the greenhouse. The quantity of carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, chlorofluorocarbon gases is increasing because of man's different activities. These gases absorb heat and are warming the atmosphere. This is called greenhouse effect, and the gases responsible for this is called greenhouse gas. Global temperature have been increasing since the last quarter of the 19th century. The heat of the atmosphere and the sea water is rising. As a result, abnormal behavior of weather and climate are noticed. This is climate change. Now I am going to discuss about the causes of climate change. Emission of greenhouse gases, is rising because of man's luxurious lifestyle for industrial revolution. Fossil fuel is burned in different industries, vehicles, and domestic uses. What is fossil fuel? Fossil fuel is the fuel that is naturally created under the earth of under the earth, and some example of fossil fuel is petroleum. Petroleum is fossil fuel. Kerosene is a fossil fuel. Diesel is a fossil fuel. So we use these oils or fuel in the office and domestic uh, uses. So the quantity of greenhouse gases is increasing in the air. Again, population is increasing every year. A huge amount of forest land is being exhausted in their food and habitation. So the balance of the absorption of carbon dioxide by trees is not mentioned. We have learned that the causes of climate change, but there are some demerits of climate change. The demerits are: the ecological balance of natural environments is hampered due to climate change. The rise of sea level, the melt of ices in the polar regions, and the mountainous glaciers deforestation are being accelerated. As a result, disasters like heavy downpour, drought, salinity, flood, increase of severity of and durability of floods, increase of extremity of cyclone, excessive heat, and excessive cool have become frequent. As a result, the agricultural production is disrupted. A change is necessary to bring about a change in the method and management of agricultural production. Now, I'm. This is the today's lecture. Now I am going to discuss about some MCQ on this lesson 2. So let's watch. Now I am going to discuss about some important MCQ on lesson 2, chapter 4. The first question is: in which country do costly vegetables grow in greenhouse? Answer is cold countries. Generally, in cold countries, people make greenhouse, and the cost of making greenhouse is very high. So the produced vegetable is also very costly. So the answer is: in cold countries, costly vegetable grow. Now Question 2. Whose influence is very significant in crop cultivation? Here option A is weather, option B is climate, option C is temperature, and option D is sunlight. All influence on the crop cultivation. Without sunlight, temperature, a crop cannot grow, so they also important, but the answer is climate. Climate is very significant in crop cultivation because weather, temperature, sunlight, etc. are the element of climate. So we have to omit this option, and weather is changeable but climate is not changeable, so it is fixed, almost fixed. So its importance on crop cultivation is huge. So we can say that influence of climate is very significant in crop cultivation. Question 3. Which is the winter or rabi crop? Jute, option A oilseed, option B jute, option C pottle, option D teasel goat. And the correct answer is oilseed. Oilseed is the winter crop. And another option in another are kharif crop. Jute, pottle, teasel goat are kharif crop, and only oil seed is rabi crop. Now question 4. Why is emission of greenhouse gas increasing? Answer is for industrial revolution. For emission of greenhouse gas is increasing because of industrial revolution. And another option is not so valid option. Option B is because of forest, because of oxygen, because of man created reason. These three option is not valuable. Only this option is suitable for this question. Now question 5. What is the reason of hampering the ecological balance of natural environment? Simple answer is climate change. Climate change is the reason of hampering the ecological balance of natural environment. Option B is temperature change. Option C is wind speed change. Option D is want of sunlight. These three component is under climate change. So we have to say only climate change. Now question 6. Since when has global temperature been increasing due to greenhouse effect? Greenhouse effect, answer is since 19th century. 19th century means 1801 to 1900. It is called 19th century. Now question 7. Which gas makes the atmosphere warm? uh, oxygen does not make the atmosphere warm, nitrogen is not, hydrogen is not. Answer is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide makes the atmosphere warm. Now, question 8. The reason of falling agricultural production at risk is lack of awareness, climate change, unnatural condition of weather. Answer is appropriate answer is climate change and unnatural condition of weather. Lack of awareness, it is not clear. Lack of awareness of people does not the does not have the connection with agricultural production. So we have to answer climate change and unnatural condition of weather. Now question 9. For the influence of monsoonal climate in this country, fish production is decreased, fish production is increased, fish reproduction is increased. The answer is fish production is increased, fish reproduction is increased. Because monsoonal climate is very favorable for fish production, so we have to omit this first option, decreased. Everything will increase, so fish production and reproduction is increased. So answer is 2 and 3. So that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching this video.